position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the home of the USC Trojans, the storied Los Angeles Coliseum. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the USC Trojans. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Aggies' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one. All right, guys, let's think big picture USC. They start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run, but what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start the season off fast. That first impression makes a big deal in all these voters, Jesse.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players are hungry to prove that top 10 ranking is legit. But talking to some of their guys too, David, they actually feel like they're not ranked high enough. They actually...
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And he was looking for the pick six. He'll have to settle for getting it inside the 30.
And that's kind of a double whammy for this offense, because on their opening drive, not only did they turn it over with the interception, but they've now set their defense up in a really tough spot deep in their own end.
This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. He'll start this drive firing. Pulls it in. It's Cooks. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
He's got him. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I'll tell you, this defense, they've looked really good with their backs against the wall. When they get down in their own end defensively in the red zone, they really just seem to tighten up, and you saw it there on that.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. Dances away. Going for 6. Touchdown, Aggie. Fitted in the window for the score. They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game.
Tight ends can be the quarterback's best friend down in this area of the field. When the windows get smaller, you need bigger targets. No better option than the big tight end.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Oh, he's got some space. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
You know, the RPO game now in college football really puts the defense in a bind. It forces them just to freeze a half second as they try to distinguish between the running back and the quarterback. Who's keeping the football? On that play, it was the running back, and he made him pay.
Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jason.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And the defense was all over it. They know third down, the quarterback could be a viable threat in the run game. Played physical, played close to the line of scrimmage, made the big stop.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
Man, your goal of a defense is to stop them, is to force punts, and then this is just gravy. Now they go for it on fourth down and medium. On their side of the field, you get the big stop and a chance to switch the momentum here in the first half.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Got his man to the left. And they'll finally shove him out of bounds after a strong run.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
It's first and goal as Texas A&M comes to the line. Pushes ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggie!
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
They get him up, rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20.
Well, you're seeing a complete effort right now by this football team. Their offense has been doing their part, scoring points. They've got a big lead, and the defense right now is just shutting the opponent out. So good against the run and so athletic, and you have the ability to rush the passer. As you saw right there, getting the sack. We're only in the first quarter, but they're right now winning this game in all three phases.
That defense got gas, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
Well, Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. The receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Snagged out of the air. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. The Trojans are on the move. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. And the Trojans come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They beat him again. Back down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
They needed only 1 yard. Good job by the offensive line, getting just enough push to keep this drive alive.
The Trojans will line it up on 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16. Let's talk for just a second here about USC. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you took people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry-pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
They want to continue this long drive. 9th play coming. It's 3rd and 5. Got it.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, if he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Oh, it's picked off. Takes it to the other way. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down. They can be in position. They don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
On the move. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll try the outside to the left. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Trojan. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
The snap sets up the throw. He's into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good, and we've got a tie game. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Here's the pressure. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Finally brought down, but what a play. Not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
On the run, fires downfield. Just a Barishnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra. receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the home of the USC Trojans, the storied Los Angeles Coliseum. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Collins with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Aggies have been waiting and waiting, and finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. And he's not going to take the touchback. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. From the gun, the ground game. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20 and pick up a 5. All right, guys, let's think big picture USC. Doesn't matter what time of season it is, a top 10 win is a top 10 win, and you know the underdogs would love to make a statement.
No doubt about it. When you've got a very low number beside your name, you're going to get everybody's best shot. And that's what this team is expecting from their opponent today. A lot of eyeballs watching this game. David, a lot of expectations on this team. Now it's time to see if they can deliver.
Yeah, and the offseason was so much more important when you know you're playing a highly ranked team to start the season. Attention to detail higher, excitement higher, a chance to go out and prove something very early in the season.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Looking downfield on first down. Big strike complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
And the Trojans are rolling down the field. They're going back to the ground.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Got it in the middle. It's Brown. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun, too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit.
Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. He wants to start this drive with a pass. He'll throw it. Finds his big tight end. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The Aggies want to crank the tempo. Wants to throw on first down. The throw to the outside is complete. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. Guys, let's take a second here and think about Texas A&M. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Trying to set up the screen, and he throws the interception. He's stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
How do you not get excited and out of your seat when you see the big boys making the little boys play? Listen, I know you DBs can do all that running around stuff and catch the football. I can too. I just do it in a sexier, bigger body. Yes, please.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding guys.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
It's first down from the 37-yard line. Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball is going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Shoots it to the left. He's got an open man. Still running at the 30. Ripped off a huge shot play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Fires on the move. Got his man on the right. Touchdown, Southern Cal. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Extra point here would tie the game. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
Man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Here comes the heat. At the 35, he's loose. slides to avoid the hit.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys. He could not wait to get back out there, and that time it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
Using the quick game.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
And the Aggies have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Wants to go up top. Grab behind the line. It's Jensen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Looking for a deep man. Picked off, and they run on an early drive with the turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got his man quickly. He finds enough room to get it up to the 28-yard line before going out of bounds.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on the 1st down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
Off play action on 1st down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Quickly to the tight end. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's a really nice job by the defense staying disciplined there. The quarterback's trying to get it out on the right side. As soon as he makes the catch, though, down he goes. Really good job with the tackle.
These offensive scripts on both sides have been masterpieces as they are going up and down the field in the 1st. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete to the right. Breaks into the open.
Early in the game, I love giving my quarterback a great easy pitch and catch. He's thrown him 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
The Trojans in a good spot here with second and short. From the gun, the running back looking for room. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Up to 45 yards rushing in this game. What a way to start the new season. We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. They'll try the run. And a good solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Got out of trouble and throws. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
This defense is a very well-coached unit, and they're very, very active, and they're very aware of what's going on. Everybody on defense there knew where the quarterback wanted to go with it. Everyone trying to get their hands in the air to swat it down.
They'll throw on third and short. Makes the catch. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets them a first at the 29. And the Trojans are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, the running back has it. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
It's incomplete. Tried a little razzle-dazzle there, but it'll be third down. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He'll get rid of it. He's open on the right. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
I really like this offense staying aggressive. They were in field goal range, but nice job on third down. Forget that. Let's go get the first down. Let's throw the football. Nice read, nice catch. Now set up with a first and goal situation.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Trojans. Looking for the time with the extra point. That touchdown was a clinic in keeping your offense on the field and wearing the other defense out.
Sometimes your best defense is your own offense. Being able to stay on the field. You're absolutely right, Reese. That was a clinic. Running the ball, playing at great rhythm and pace. QB making good, smart decisions and not shooting yourselves in the foot. No penalties, no turnovers. It doesn't get any better than that last drive.
Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience, bounce that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Oh, better look out. And they did not let him get to that 1st down line. It'll bring up a call here. It is loud in here as they try to help him get a stop on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the deck.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching.
Going the other way, and he's got one. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. The Trojans trying to cash it in on 1st and goal.
Defense, what are we doing? How are you going to let that guy, one of the best receivers in the entire country, be wide open like that? You're just making it wait.
Touchdown, USC! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down. Caught behind the line. It's Jensen. Turning it on. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense. No matter how many times they tell you to look for it, it is tough to defend a perfectly executed screen.
Yeah, because I'm trying to go get the quarterback, and everything looks like pass, but when you see it, when you see that screen, you got to retrace your steps, get back in the play. Nice job by the offense. The defense just has to recognize that a little bit sooner.
Here comes the option. He'll toss it. Got the 1st down and more. He's loose. Touchdown, Aggie. Great job by the back on the option.
This offense does a really nice job mixing and matching when they want to use these option plays just to catch the defense off balance. They did it right there. Great execution, getting the ball into the pitchman's hands, and man, he showed you the speed.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with that thrilling 46-yard run to pay dirt. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Give to the back. Shakes off the defender. He now has 74 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. To the air on first down. Gets it out fast. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Let's talk for just a second here about USC. Their offseason, just what they were looking for. Top 10 recruiting class. Now they've got to figure out how to best use that talent, Jesse.
Well, not just difference makers in this top 10 class, but they've got some guys that they think can be key contributors both on offense and defense. And in this first game, you know they've got to be excited.
Yeah, and they're probably nervous too, right? Like, first big-time stage, big-time moment. A lot of young talent. Let's see how they start their career.
Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. And the Trojans are on the move. Looking downfield on first down. On a little time, lets it go. Makes the grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. The Trojans line it up with a first and goal. He's looking to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Running back looking for the end zone to the left. He's going for the goal. Touchdown, Trojan. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. He gets it out to the 32 and sets him up with a little better field position. Snap of this drive will come from their own 32. First play of the drive wants to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through it, and guess what? Not only this play doesn't feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Now the toss. Gets it out across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 42 as this offense trying to put together a good drive.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you the option, they're trying to make you wrong. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover. Nice chunk gain. Just remember, that quarterback can also stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, and make plays, too.
The Aggies come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to run 40. Across the 45. He's now up to 83 yards rushing, and that is quite an impressive first half here in this season opener.
No secret sauce, no tricking people. Third down and 1. I got to be the more physical team, Jesse, and they will.
And it's so nice, too, when you've got playmakers like that guy that can take a play that's only designed maybe to get a couple yards and turn it into a big game. This offense is loaded with weapons.
I know one thing, the play didn't result in a good outcome, but I'm very impressed with the offensive line. Unbelievable job. Gave the quarterback plenty of time. Now let's see if they can adjust with the receivers running routes and maybe get somebody open.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Caught in the backfield. It's Jensen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. They're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. Here's a first down, but there is no time to lose as this offense gets to the line quickly. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
We know about this running back's versatility. He's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And the defense got him at the 27.
And the defense makes a play. Finally, this is a lot of offense early in this football game, a lot of scoring. Need more of this from the defense. Getting to the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, and then when you get him down, you get him behind the sticks. Good things happen for the defense.
Pocket breaking down. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Finally, on defense, looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up and down the field now these last two drives apiece, scoring points. But the sack right there finally puts an end to that, we think, setting up fourth down. And that might be a major play so far in this game to give them a lot of momentum moving forward.
He needed a little late boost from the crossbar, but he gets it to go through. The lead now trimmed to 28-24. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Rolling on the run. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a three before they head to the locker room. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Maybe being on the right hash will help him swing that big leg for this 54-yard attempt. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. Maybe being on the right hash will help him swing that big leg for this 54-yard attempt. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. The lead now 7 here in the third quarter. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Trojans will kick it away to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. Change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Little touch pass to the receiver.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you've got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there. But as this game goes on, you've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is about to pass.
And the Aggies lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. And the pass goes incomplete, but the flag is down, and this one might be on the offense.
And the offensive player had to commit pass interference on that play. You saw the defender jump the throw. The defender was in position to make an interception, so the offensive player had to do something to break it up.
They come to the line facing third and long from the 25. He's looking to pass. Grabbed behind the line. It's Jensen. No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll return it from around the 50. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. The give to the tailback.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. And now this offense will try to overcome that second down incompletion. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there. Deep shot for the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
All right, well, the quarterback's showing you he is human after all. Finally throws an incompletion, and not just that, after a couple completions back-to-back-to-back, almost throws a pick.
Looking to throw again. Flushed out of the pocket. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
And the defense has to be kicking themselves for allowing the first down there. You're just maybe going to give them a few yards and let them set up for a field goal instead.
Sneak gets it done.
This is like having an extra
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by... He's taking the shot. Makes a catch at the 15. Touchdown, Aggie. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. With that last one, he now has 40 career touchdown catches.
I mean, he's just been a playmaker. This guy, they feature him. He's been in the end zone that many times because they can feature him in so many ways. They find ways to get him the football because, Palmer, he always makes play.
And he's always open even when he's not. Throughout his career, think about it. Single covered, double covered, triple covered. You're still throwing him the ball because he's going to find a way to make it happen. 40 TD catches. That is awesome.
And the extra point was good. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They just saw their lead cut in half, and now they'll try to answer. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game?
There he goes. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked in what this defense is trying to do.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
The Trojans will try to pick it up on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got his man down the middle. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Give to the running back. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
And how about that linebacker? Seeing the ball getting thrown really quickly to the wide receiver, breaking on it, and then be able to get that fast guy on the ground for no gain. That's a really athletic play by that linebacker.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Quickly complete. Touchdown, Southern Cal! Oh, that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. This is like a baseball pitcher you can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Well, it just gets in the zone, right? You can't miss. You've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed in the middle, it's Jensen. Good, solid pickup on that one, and they've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for a first.
Unloads it left. A strike downfield. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. How long have the Aggies been fishing for jumbo plays like that one?
Just dying for it. They just want high-flying offense. They want fun. They want excitement. They had it back in the day with Johnny Manziel. Been searching for those big-time plays, that big-time offense since that point.
That's reeled in. It's Jensen. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
A&M comes back out with another first down. Wants to throw again. Going for it all. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, that one falls incomplete. That hasn't happened a whole lot today, though. This dude has been lighting this defense up with his speed. He showed great hands. They just weren't able to come down with that one.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. That's caught. It's Parker. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
The Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
He decided not to hand it off on that RPO. Defense, great job taking the throwaway, now setting up 4.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. Complete, out of the backfield. He's out of bounds and short, just short of the line
they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, trying to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Might be changing the route. They'll start this drive going to the air. To etch his name alongside the Trojan Immortals at quarterback.
Yeah, and there's so many stars that have played quarterback at USC that when they get the ball and they do their damage, guess what? They win big-time trophies. And this guy, you have days like this, week in and week out, you will be recognized as the best player in college football.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Jensen. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Got a man. It's Brooks. Hard-nosed, determined effort to work his way up to the 35-yard line. They'll try to get the first through the air. Grab near the marker. It's Cooks. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where.
Oh, he's got some space. How about that play on the ground? They get him out of bounds at the 34. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Looking to scramble. Gets him in stride inside the 10. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up first and goal. They love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They want to throw it. Moving out to the right. Touchdown, Aggies! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And this QB starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. Leaves it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
it's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what...
This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. They get him on the ground at the 33-yard line, but the interception, the turnover, has given this offense a great shot. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they... Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Stop just across midfield at the 49, but not before he forces the turnover and sets up this offense. Here comes the offense onto the field again. Out of the gun to give to the back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Working the middle, it's complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Keeps looking downfield. Got his man. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the 1st down?
He's got it. 1st down and more. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
Man, there are a lot of players who I think might tense up in that kind of situation. You know you got the lead. It's 4th down, but they just go out and they're on the same page, and they convert, and they're able to keep this drive alive. They're going to bleed more clock.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29. The Trojans come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
What a disappointment. No good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink when you knock it off the crossbar. Those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the 1st play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a run.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
So now it's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Gets it out quickly. Breaks into the open. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He lost one down the sideline. Touchdown, Texas A&M. They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
This guy is officially a problem. His second receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop it.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the two-point try. He'll set up to throw. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they draw a little closer. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cover the final 54 yards with the explosive play in the passing game for 6. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if they can put something on the board this time.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Big third down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on third down.
Wide open downfield. Lots of running room. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, USC.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not take a field goal. We're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And the extra point makes this a 13-point game here in the 4th. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Looking to throw on first down. Rushes on him. Had to throw it before he wanted. And the laundry drops as the pass falls incomplete. Let's see who the penalty's on. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Back to pass. The short hands. It's Parker. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one.
And this quarterback has been dialed in all game long. He's making outstanding decisions, and he's been so accurate throwing the football. He's now got over 350 passing yards.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
After that incompletion, 4th and short now on their own side of the field, I think there's a lot of coaches in normal circumstances that would stay conservative and just punt the ball away. But you're trailing here in the 4th quarter. I think the offense needs to stay out on the field, and you got to go for it.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. He's taking the deep shot. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
After after being stopped there on 4th down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation, put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with the loss.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. From the gun, running back gets to give. Got the first down and still on his feet. He's racked up 92 yards rushing now here in week 1. A solid start to this new campaign.